Hey guys, Adrenaline here, bringing you a review of the QR1 match between Baron Kildaer's Black Knights, led by Garnish, and TMNT3, led by GKG. This is Myth World Cup 2018. I believe it is the 20th anniversary of Myth World Cup, so a bit of a milestone. Anyways, the map for this matchup is... or the first map of this matchup, sorry, it's a best of 5, is King of the Map, that's the game type, on Sleepy Hollow Tournament Edition Light. So King of the Map, quick overview, is basically you got all these flags around the map. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maps. There's 7 flags on the map. You are fighting for control of each flag. You can see some flags are closer to each team, so likely you want to be able to hold the flags closest to you and then reach out and attack, maintain, defend, whatever, establish dominance over the other team on the other flags. So time is stacked up as you have possession of a flag or are contesting a flag, and it is multiplied by the number of flags in the team's possession. So at the end of the game, whichever team has the most wins. That said, let's take a quick look at the unit trades. I believe they both traded, yep. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say I like GKG's trade a lot more. I think Garnish has too many thrall on a map like this. Not an overly huge map, but a lot of terrain on this map, a lot of choke points, unpassable points, cliffs. Just takes a while to get around this map, I find, so fast moving units are key. You see both teams did max warriors, spiders, and galls, which is good. Garnish chose, for some reason beyond me, not to max thrall, or sorry, not to max pus, and that I think is a mistake, because galls are almost a wasted unit without pus on a map like this, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, they're quick to get to flags and stuff, but they're not really gonna be able to take a flag versus a couple thrall, for instance, or a warrior or two. So they're just gonna distract you from where you should be focusing your attentions, and that should be on the battle in front of you. So yeah, that's that. Let's see how they distributed. Yeah, not a big fan of this right here, giving the spiders to the guys to the soulless guys. I'm gonna assume GKG did not do that. Yeah, so you can see Asmo's got a mix of spiders and warriors. GKG is doing the same. They're presumably going to be flanking north and south. Everybody else is divided between soulless, warriors, a couple dwarfs, and pus. Yeah, we'll see where he takes everything. Yeah, I just don't like the way this is divided. I really think spiders complement warriors very well when you mix melee like that. A lot of people, I don't want to say just new players, most people are guilty of this, is not microing in melee fights enough. And if you're mixing units, often people just come in and like shift click on your strongest units, like in this case the warriors, and leave the spiders just to do massive amounts of damage, because they are phenomenal against warriors, especially in large numbers if they're left unchecked. So when you mix them together, you can definitely overwhelm some opposing warriors quick. They're very susceptible to pus, which unfortunately Garnish's team just does not have enough of. Percent wise, captured. So he's putting a lot of faith in YOLO. He's going south.
Flag
Anyways,
captured.
to the action. So we got a small force here getting to mid fast, so they are going to capture that mid flag first,
captured.
which is good. Look at time, but
Flag
as
captured.
you can see, TMNT3 is coming in with a much larger force. All of their soulless, whereas soulless are going on flanks here, it appears. And yeah, I gotta say, I like GKG's tactic a lot more. Let's see how it plays out. Not really action to speak of yet. I have a lot of slow moving units moving south here, right towards this flag. Like, you know, cut this way, head this way towards the action.
Flag
you know, send
contested.
a tiger or two this way, but
Flag captured.
that doesn't really make any sense to me.
Flag contested.
A little bit happening mid now. Gamer is going in with a Solus. Kruniak's
Flag
taking a
contested.
high position. HMP's on this side. Doesn't really have anybody
Flag
to face
lost.
yet. Yeah,
Flag
Jalrell's got to get out
lost.
of there. He's done his part holding the flag for a bit, but he's got to get out of there before he takes too much damage. CHMP is heading northwest to
Flag
support GKG,
captured.
which is good because I think GKG was actually outnumbered. But not anymore.
Flag contested.
Looks like Asmo has been pulled out of the south flank, probably seeing that YOLO is sitting there doing nothing, and he is moving into pinch BKBK's mid. And yeah, good pass. That was a real good pass. Kruniak's gonna clean that up. Garnish didn't drop his satchels. That's a rookie move, Garnish. And yeah, that fight is pretty much over.
Flag contested.
Before it even began. Just overwhelmed by sheer numbers, really. And look at this, man. They got a huge number of their forces, like
Flag
30+%, doing absolutely nothing southeast, while their mid is getting steamrolled. But at least one of those players should have cut in here and assisted. Not that they could have done much at that point. But anyways, c'est la vie. That's too bad. Missed his pass there. Not that it would have. Wasn't a direct hit, so
Flag lost.
not that big of a deal. Nobody's picked it up yet. He's going for it. And picks up a spider leg instead. What the fuck was that? Scratch. Alright. Looks like GKG is eventually going to see that, pick it up. And you can see this fight's basically over. We got one more pass coming in here from Scratch. You know, not a bad pass. If that would have hit the spider, it would have taken probably 3 of them out and done a world of good for these guys. But those spiders live. They're going to clean up Scratch's Solus on the hill.
Flag contested.
And that fight is over. So yeah, one dud that wasn't too big of a deal because it didn't hit much, and one unfortunate pass. Like if that would have blown right away, not bounced so far. I mean, good on
Flag
GKG for being
captured.
quick with the spread there too, getting out of harm's way. So a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, but worked out in their favor. And you can see down southeast still just doing
Flag
nothing
contested.
with all these units. What the fuck is he doing? At least this guy has moved
Flag
north and is,
contested.
going for a flag with Jarl. That's gonna die real fast.
Flag
Yep, see?
captured.
Goals just pretty much
Flag contested.
useless without pass. Too little too late for YOLO here, I'm afraid. The rest of the game is pretty much over.
Flag lost.
Yeah, just late for the show, Bob. You should have been in here 3-4 minutes ago. Oh, this could be good. Look
Flag
at this.
contested.
Dunwood sitting there with the white.
Flag contested.
Big melee group coming
Flag
in.
lost.
Solus moving
Flag
right over top.
captured.
Does he blow? Does he do it?
Flag lost.
No. He sits there
Flag
and waits.
captured. Flag
And
contested.
misses his opportunity. Womp womp.
Flag contested.
Not much
Flag
else going on
captured.
anywhere.
5 minutes remaining. Flag
I'm going to
lost.
speed this game up
Flag
for
contested.
the sake of brevity.
Flag captured.
We got here
Flag contested.
Pascal coming in.
Flag lost.
Can they do it?
Flag contested. Flag captured.
Might be the last bit of action. Nope. Nope. Oli decides to puss a tree instead and freeze himself. Nice. Blunder of the week, Oli. No, I'm kidding. Blunder of the week was probably YOLO sitting southeast with 21% of the army doing
Flag
absolutely nothing for
captured.
the entire game. So, I'm going to speed this up
Flag
because this game
contested.
is over. Yeah, pretty much a landslide
Flag
victory
captured.
for GKG's team, TMNT3, 64-4. I'm sure that's probably going to be 64-0 in a moment's time. And yeah, just superior tactics, better unit trade, and better distribution. I mean, on paper, the obviously much stronger roster as well. But I think with a better strat and approach to the game, I think the Black Knights could have, you know, done a little better for themselves there. Maybe whittled them down to 50% or something. You know, made a good showing of it. But as it is, they got absolutely steamrolled. Like you can see here in the stats, YOLO was actually their top damage getter and top killer. Like I said, too little too late. He sat around and did nothing for pretty much the entire game. Maybe cleaned up a few half-dead units at the end, you know. Gotta get out there when you're given a fifth of the army. You gotta actually do something with it. Probably MVP of the match, I'm gonna give it to Asmo. For that heads-up play, getting to mid, that key pass that really kind of put the nail in the coffin for the Black Knights. That was pretty much game over right there. Honorable mention to GKG, obviously, for the strat and shot calling. It was a very effective strat. I think it would have worked well against even the better teams. Maybe not one necessarily. I mean, hard to say what could have happened with a more experienced roster on the opposing side, but no, it was a good strat, well executed by everybody. I really like the move of having HMP come in. I'm just going to make that bigger so you can see it. When HMP cut off Northwest to assist GKG around this flag, that was a pretty key turning point there. That all but assured victory. I mean, it was already over after this mid just dominated there with God, what was it, like 32% sitting southwest or southeast doing nothing. So that was a big mistake. I don't know if Garnish missed the call and didn't tell YOLO to do anything. He shouldn't really have to. I mean, common sense dictates that you push across the map with that many units. So I don't know. I'm not going to dwell on it here. That's the end of the map. TMNT3 1, BKBK 0. We'll see you in game 2.